welcome to our newest episode of Citizens United.
Hey guys.
How's it going, Noel?
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going?
All right, Robin's here.
Hi,
Our
everyone.
other friends, though, your parents are no, they're not here today.
No, they're not here.
No.
No, they're enjoying themselves.
That's nice. They should.
Yeah.
They can relax.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. I mean, you're gonna have to. I wonder if we'll never be able to do it. Enjoy yours.
Oh, I know.
I
I know. I can't tell if I love the pictures that they're sending me or if it's just aggravating me.
Yeah, we'll forever.
Like, no, it's
Don't forget, guys, stars, thank you for sending them in to us. 99 of them give us 99 cents, gives us 100 stars. Stars, if we accumulate enough, gives us advertising opportunity. And every penny of stars goes right back into all our shows and helps us pay for the internet and all that stuff.
Hey, Bill, are you going to be there tomorrow at 2? Let me know. I am. I'm going.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. First, I want to give a quick update on, remember the story of the 17-year-old boy who was attacked at Niagara Street School? And we have jumped, yes, and we talked, hello everybody, and we talked to his, Bill said yes.
Oh, cool, okay, good.
And we talked to his dad, and so here's what's happened since. He has not got any response from the mayor's office, which he was looking for. The police also, there's been no further response. He did get a letter from probation, and it sounded like it had something to do with writing some kind of a statement. I'm not sure what that meant, but it may be almost like a victim, maybe a victim's type statement. Yeah. I don't know. But okay, so that happened. The one bit of, I guess, good news is any medical bills not covered by insurance is going to be covered. And the clothes that were ripped will be covered. But not, for some reason, not the cell phone or the jewelry that the guy was wearing.
They should pay for everything.
Yeah.
Everything that was destroyed
during that attack,
should be covered by that.
Now, I'm wondering what that means, because I didn't get into it more. Because I know there's like a victim's fund.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that.
Right.
It must be the victim's fund.
It should come right from their parents' pockets.
Yes, it should.
That's where it should come from. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. The parents have requested the dad, Rod, on Facebook. I guess this is terrible. They keep on requesting him to be friends on Facebook. Just being pain in the, just trying to, I don't know. They're stalking, I guess, them. And
they owe him an apology.
That's what they should be doing. And they took videotapes of Adar skateboarding at the park. Good news is the young man is just did a tour of Alfred State University, and he's trying to move on, and he's going to be getting ready to go on with his life. Where these people,
the other ones are just scumbags.
Right. And the parents that allowed it, and the parents that allowed it too, makes you sick, because they really did. Look, they're still condoning it.
I love my children, but if those were my kids, if I ever found out that my kids jumped somebody like that, and those are I'm sorry, but my kids would be getting an ass whooping. There was no way in hell I would be okay with that.
And the apologies to the other parents.
I'd be apologizing to the you know what I mean? I'd be saying what I could.
Because that was a terrible. We saw the video. It was a terrible attack.
Yeah.
I mean, it was you don't get. The funny thing was when the police, not funny, said, "Oh, it's okay to wear masks."
Yeah. I
mean, it was obviously when everyone was. It was a contrived thing.
It's not like it's in the pandemic.
No, that was disgusting, and I'm glad to hear that Adair is moving on. Like I said, he's going to make something of himself at Alfred State University, where those kids are going to have to be on probation for a while, and hopefully they don't hurt anyone else. That's the hope you take.
Probation officer watches them and doesn't, not like a Belter type probation officer.
Wait till we
they'll reoffend.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no. Yeah, definitely.
Because probation is nothing but a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
I was on probation before.
Yeah. And probation isn't not when you're doing these violent crimes. Just don't deserve probation. I mean, that's a crime that was super violent. I mean, that would be something that you should be, as an adult, should go to prison.
I was on it and I didn't even do anything violent. So for what, that's nothing.
Right.
They're getting nothing.
They're getting nothing. So here's something you can do after talking to their dad, if you can. He said it's not don't worry about it. Because times are tough for everyone. This is his, it's like the Cash App thing or something. Venmo. And there it is, $BLACDON 2108. If you want to send anything, it's going to go directly to help his son with future medical costs, replacing some of the other stuff. I wanted to do that for his dad because I do feel sorry. It's really terrible.
Yeah.
And as we keep going on in this, we see how bad victims are treated. It's sick.
And you can't get any help from law enforcement whatsoever.
No, and it is something that we've said it a lot though. But you go to court, right, and you have the offender, the violent, whoever. Then you have a prosecutor and victims, and victims have nothing.
Right.
They just sit there and are at the mercy of the court more than the I almost said the pedophile. You know what I mean? More than more than those that get hurt. Let's put it that way. So that was that, and good to hear that he's going to Alfred State and he's putting everything behind him. He might have some leftover medical stuff because he did get hit in the face pretty hard.
Yeah, if anybody didn't see that video was brutal.
Yeah, it was disgusting. All right. So we got a lot here to talk about. New news. Why don't we go with the new news? Then we'll show what because you know what, the Belter case has always felt like a little bit of a like a cheat into what might be happening here.
Yeah.
What's happening tomorrow?
So tomorrow, Nick D'Angelo has court at 2:00 at the Niagara County Courthouse in Lockport. And from what I'm hearing, there might be a plea deal that he's taking. I don't know what the plea deal is. I don't know anything about it, but I'm hearing from a couple different sources that there's some type of plea deal in place. And all I'm saying is that plea deal better include jail time.
Straight out prison.
Prison, not even jail, prison. There can't be any justice without jail time, prison time. There just can't be. I mean, you don't get to commit not just 12. How many are there altogether in 12? 16 or 17 crimes, like violent felonies.
Yeah.
Felonies and just get what? A few months in jail? No, it needs to be. I don't think I'll be satisfied unless it's 10 to 20 years in jail, to be honest, because even 10 is too low for me and 20 is too low for me, but it's Nick D'Angelo, so I don't expect it to be a high, a high number. But anything less than that, I'm not going to be happy or okay with.
And we've heard this. You've heard it from a couple of sources. I even did. Like all different people are saying something's happening.
Reliable sources.
Yeah, and some of them were a little confused on what it was. Was it for the rape or was it for the fraud?
Yeah.
So we know, though, I think that it's for sexual.
The sex crimes.
Yeah, I think we probably have that at least we know that.
Yeah. From what I was told is by somebody who's working on this case that it's for the sex crimes. So.
And you know what else too? Disbarred, yes. Registry, yes.
Yep.
Probation, yes. But without, first of all, losing his job, I could care less.
Right.
Big deal. You lost your job. Niagara County will come to his aid.
Right. How many jobs does he have right now?
Right.
I mean, he's working like all different jobs.
Oh, no doubt the state of New York or Niagara County will take care of.
They don't care about hiring offenders or criminals.
They've done it so many times, Niagara County. But like you have him, all right, so you lose so what, you lose your job, so what, you should be on a registry, but even that, doesn't really stop anything.
For life too, he needs to be on the registry.
And then they're always talking about probation. Like probation is such a probation. Ooh. He has to go to prison, state prison. Niagara County Jail is too easy because he's obviously knows those people. Yeah. He's been in there with other clients.
He needs to go to prison.
Yeah, he has to go to state prison for this to even if it's state prison for 2 to 5 years, something. Yeah. I know we want 10 or 20, but even if they said, all right, he's going to go up there for 3.5 years.
Right.
He'll be scared to death. That's what needs to happen.
Like he said, as long as he goes to prison, he needs to do that. I don't want to make here in Niagara County. After his discussion comment last week outside the courthouse, he has to be in prison. Yeah.
What happened?
Did you hear what he said?
No, I have no idea.
Scott saw him, and he goes, try not to rape any more little kids. And Nick goes, I'll try not to. That's what Nick D'Angelo said. I'll try not to.
Yeah.
I'll try not to rape anymore.
And I hope everyone realizes that when tomorrow he takes a plea and he gets 8 years probation, what else? He'll be on the registry and he'll lose his job.
Yeah.
That'll be it. And then I want everyone to tell me that, he lost his job.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear anybody say, well, at least he had his job taken,
Screw
that's
that.
Nothing. You can find a new job in Niagara County so easily. They'll hire him anywhere.
Yeah. And everyone in his family, they have money, so he'll be fine. Yeah. That's the thing I don't give a damn about people. They do that with the pedophiles all the time. We're we're going to take his money. They start to cry. Let's see what else we have here.
Sometimes no money has been taken from him.
No, not at all. He has to go to prison with all the other rapists. And yeah, he does, right. Pretty boy needs to be in state prison. Let jail help. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what has to happen, because if he goes to county jail, he's just going, it will be Just he'll be away for a little. That's all.
He'll have a little vacation.
He'll sit in silence and read. I mean, that's what's going to happen to him.
I mean, think about like what he did. Like
that's the thing.
I mean,
yes.
What he did to the victims. Like one of the victims, he locked in his car on the side of the road, on the side of the thruway or something like that. Pulled over on the side of the thruway, locked her in his car, and forcefully raped her. By forcible compulsion, locked her when she thought she was going on a date. He did that to her. One of them. One of the other ones was a child, an underage child.
Right.
Trafficked a child. The other one, he in his law office took advantage of her in the law office by forcible compulsion. Me, I was a client. Other people, I could go back from 2010 when another girl said she thinks she was drugged by him at a party, and this was after he was in trouble for the 2009 rapes. He did that to her. He was doing that to people in front of other people at parties. At parties, he would do parties and assault people at parties in front of everyone.
Wish we could find all them people too.
I know.
What a bunch of sickles they must be. And then too, on a minor note, I guess, look what he does online.
Yeah.
He's all over online, searching and doing all this stuff. And
for the witness tampering and everything too, that's a big deal. He should be for trying to get a victim to back out of going to the state police.
Yeah.
And tell them it'll be damaging to their reputation or something like that. Like try to scare them into going to the state police. Like
he won't be in protective custody in state prison. In state prison, protective custody will only go so far. Protective custody at Niagara County Jail. I remember when I worked there, what happened.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to even be in that. He'll be fine. Yeah. They will take care of him there because they know him. They already know him.
What is Patrick Balkan going to do when he loses Nick? Oh my God. He's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
He's not going to have his little boyfriend anymore to play dress up with.
He definitely needs to go to state prison. Without state prison, then they have failed. Yeah. They've already failed the justice system, really but then this will just be a complete, total system failure on purpose, though.
Yeah.
We call it a failure, but it's probably a success to them. Let's see. Chris says at least 1 year for each count. Well, that could get him a lot for each count. At least 12 years.
Yeah.
Or life, no probation. I say, sure. Fuck, hell of probation.
Yeah.
I do not care if he does end up in protective custody. He just needs to be in custody. That's true. That's very true. But I want him away from Niagara County.
He needs to have a social media taken.
Yeah. Yes, he should never be allowed on there again.
Mm-hmm. I want to bring up really quick. You showed me this earlier. The Niagara Action.
Can I bring this up?
Yeah, right. Is going around messaging people saying that Nicholas D'Angelo doesn't own it anymore. It's new. What's it? Hello, Niagara Action and all its social media accounts have been sold and are no longer owned, operated by Nicholas D'Angelo. An official introduction to new ownership management will be coming in the next 2 weeks. Thank you. I call bullshit. Yeah. Shows if it's not Nick D'Angelo still running that site, then it's somebody Nick knows. It's taken over by a trusted friend of his. Why can't they say their names? Why can't they say, I'm the new owner? This is my name. I'm the new owner. That's bullshit. They're still posting the same posts that Nick D'Angelo has been posting this whole time, and they're still buying followers like Nick D'Angelo has been doing and buying followers. That's a big fucking lie.
That's a lie. Yeah, because they would say it. If I bought that from him, I'd say, say your name.
Yeah, say your name. Say who you are. This is me.
Because then we could check you out and see what's going on.
We can check. They don't want.
They don't want that because it's him.
Yeah, they don't want anybody to find out anything.
He'll have someone else running it. Whatever. It's him.
He has taken it over, probably. That's
imagine that they're a friend.
Yeah, they're sadly he has boyfriends.
Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see what Scott said. Scott, when we were in the little courtroom, my ex was talking to him like he was her best friend, telling him that she's taking my daughter to the Taylor Swift concert, then walked together, rode the elevator. Oh God, rode the elevator up together. It made me sick.
Wait, what? What is it?
His ex did that. Here, I'll read it again for you. We were in the little courtroom. My ex was talking to him like he was her best friend, telling him that she's taking my daughter to the Taylor Swift concert, then walked out together, rode the elevator up together, made me sick.
She is so sickening. I can't wait I can't stop. I'm sorry, but I'm messaging your ex after this all and rubbing it in her face, whatever the outcome is. Because I remember her saying like he's not guilty. You'll end up seeing he's not guilty. It'll be proven like she's one of those people. Mm-hmm. And that's sickening too. That's coming from a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, how would you be caught in an elevator with him alone? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, then I'm not going to say what I'm going to assume, but you can assume.
Oh yeah.
Because you think about it. If he's what's he doing?
Right. Oh, he's
I
not.
mean, he don't do nothing for nothing, right?
Right.
Everything has a price,
Oh, yeah.
and usually it's not money. Piece of garbage. Pat Falcon fossil maybe. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
someday.
Bonnie D'Amato. You know what that means?
I think he's tagging her.
Oh, he's
Oh.
tagging. I'm sorry. Tony says, "Yep, a lie." Yeah, that's what I assume. Also, Scott says.
Yeah, it has to be.
The sad thing is, I'm not even going to say it because this is bullshit. He just has to be put tomorrow. The thing is, though, we're going to play something here about Belter
Yeah.
that makes me feel like we could hear this tomorrow.
I swear to God. Hopefully this new judge remembers the Belter case and the outcome and the backlash that it got, and she makes a very smart decision.
Can I tell you another thing too about the media that everyone chases?
Mm-hmm.
This thing that we're going to show you, a couple of these videos, were on Inside Edition.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No.
I didn't even know what happened. Half of us, did you ever? I never even knew what happened when it happened a year ago. And no one here cares in Niagara County.
No, they don't.
Doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah.
It means nothing. So that's why when I say we have to be we are all of us, the new media, we are, even if you have your own little account.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell everyone to share.
Yeah.
Because being on Inside Edition means nothing.
Right.
They didn't care.
Right.
Here, let me play some of this for you guys. Listen to what is said when things go like this.
This is the Belter victim of Christopher Belter.
I actually have two of them.
He's like a Nicholas D'Angelo if you don't know about him. He's a serial rapist.
Yeah, what he was well, they're gonna explain it to you right here on the video. I got two videos for you. I actually got three because the third one is ridiculous when they're talking about Carolyn Watazik.
Oh yeah, that one's
good. Here, I'll play these. They're only like a minute and a half or 2 minutes long.
Today to denounce a judge's ruling allowing her attacker to walk out without serving a single day in jail.
He ruined me for a very long time.
The 19-year-old college student wants to be known only as Jane Doe.
I actually threw up the last 3 days consecutively. I've lost 4 pounds because I've been so physically ill from anxiety and disgust.
The judge in upstate New York created a national uproar after sentencing 20-year-old Christopher Belter to just probation after he pled guilty to raping or sexually abusing 4 teens at his family's mansion. She was 15 and best friends with Belter's sister at the time of the assault. They were hanging out at his house, and she believes Belter drugged her with a vape pen.
At one point, Christopher asked me if I was okay while I was crying. And I said no, and he continued to sexually abuse me.
Her story is eerily similar to another victim who spoke to Inside Edition yesterday.
This wasn't a party house case. This was a house of sexual assault.
Belter's mother and stepfather face criminal complaints for allegedly supplying alcohol and marijuana to underage teens. They've pleaded not guilty. What role did Christopher's parents have in these attacks?
The parents would throw parties and sit in the kitchen and drink with us.
His mother is just as guilty as he is. She collected girls for him to play with like dolls.
And Jane Doe made this tearful message to Belter.
I know that you took so many pieces of me with you when you attacked me. But I'm not your victim anymore, and I'm your survivor.
I got one more. This was the following day. This one.
Is expressing outrage today that her admitted rapist won't see a day in jail. 20-year-old Christopher Belter pleaded guilty to assaulting 4 teenagers at his parents' elegant home in upstate New York. He apologized to the victims in court.
Through treatment and reflection, I've come to feel deep shame and regret for my actions. None of you deserve to be in this situation. I know, though, that a scar will remain that will serve as a reminder of the evil of that night.
It was robotic. It sounded as if someone else had written it for him. I didn't believe a word that was coming out of his mouth.
She says she was friends with Belter's sister and was visiting the family home when he lured her into his bedroom.
He motioned for me to sit down on the bed with him, but I stood in the doorway and said no. And then he got really aggressive, and then from there, obviously, you can assume what happened.
But Judge Matthew Murphy decided the crimes didn't call for jail time.
I agonized. I'm not ashamed to say that I actually prayed over what is the appropriate sentence in this case. Because there was great pain, there was great harm, there were multiple crimes committed in the case.
Belter was sentenced to 8 years probation, no jail time.
The second that I heard the word probation, I honestly just broke down. I didn't hear one word said after that. I was shaking with anger and disgust.
The victim, who wants to go by her initials, MM, says she was sickened after hearing the sentence. Were you sick to your stomach?
I was, yes. I did have to run to the bathroom after the courtroom closed.
I believe she's in the bathroom throwing up.
Her lawyer, Steve Cohen, also couldn't believe it as he sat in court with his client.
If this individual was not a rich white kid from a privileged background and an influential family, he would be in prison right now.
If he truly felt remorse, he wouldn't have been giving a high five on his way out of the courtroom after sentencing.
Yep, there you go. So now listen to those two survivors, we'll call them. And if you're sitting out there and you're the father, think about it. What you just saw there, what the other girl said. I mean, this isn't a joke. No. This isn't easy. This isn't like, it's looked upon as not really a crime. It just isn't.
No, it's really not. So that was my favorite part, is when the judge sat there and said, I'm not ashamed to say I prayed upon what would be the appropriate for this, and acting like he gave a shit. Like he was acting like he actually cared. And then goes to probation. Like that's what the Lord told you to do. Yeah. The Lord told you to give a serial rapist probation.
You know what the problem is I think there's so much sexual assault going on that it's just normalized. Yeah. Like when you think back on your life, most women can think of incidents where that's happened. Yeah. And unfortunately, sometimes multiple times. And I think it just, because it's so prevalent, I think that people just tune it out. And it's just, oh, well, everyone kind of does it. And
Tiffany says here in Niagara County, sexual assault and pedophilia does not seem to be bad.
Right.
I agree. It's not, at least it's not as much, it's a worse crime to break into someone's garage or to cut your tires. Definitely. Than it is to do that.
Plus, the victims' lawyers have to agree with the plea deal. None of the victims have lawyers, though, in this case.
In this one.
In the Nick D'Angelo thing. I don't know about the Christopher Belter one.
It seems like, well, here, we're going to play that other thing. Remember the one where he says about D.A. Watazik?
Yeah.
He explains that. Here, let's play that real quick. It's a short one, but this is interesting what he says, what's said here. This is This to me is really unbelievable. Here, let's play that real quick.
Oh, mind you, let's just remind you, Christopher Belter's mother and father are attorneys here in Niagara County. So
yeah.
That's
and the father or whatever he is very wealthy.
Yeah.
Like he's from New York City, like that kind of wealth.
Yeah, like a business.
And she's dead.
Yeah,
we don't know what she did, but
I think she killed herself.
On opinion, I would say that too. Yeah. Because how does that happen? No one tells us.
She was facing a lot of
45.
charges. Yeah.
45 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. And that's actually not enough, because it should be 40. There should be counts of rape and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You know how they make that. All right, let's play this. Listen to this.
Shock when it was originally offered, and the district attorney.
That is the lawyer of one of the victims.
Yes.
That's the lawyer of one of Belter's victims. Here we go. Listen to what he says about our district attorney.
Shock when it was originally offered, and the district attorney at the time, Carolyn Wojtasek, made promises to the girls that if they consent to this plea deal, that Chris Belter would be subject to restrictions that he would most certainly violate, and they agreed. The district attorney, Carolyn Wojtasek, got these girls to agree to consent to the plea, with the understanding that there's no way that Chris would be able to stay away from a cell phone and a computer and stay away from parties and keep himself confined to the house, and then he would go to prison for violation of the terms. Well, they agreed to it. He violated the terms of probation, and nothing happened. I was getting calls from the from my client and her parents and the other victims and their parents saying, hey, we just saw Chris Belter, you know, at this location doing this, that, or the other thing. He's in violation of probation. So I sent a letter back in August of 2020 to the probation officer.
All right. And then he just says, oh, nothing happened. So that's
like how he mentioned Carolyn Metaxas
yeah.
a couple times.
And she's now a county judge. I'm sorry, the DA is Seaman.
And
so
who Nick D'Angelo worked on Carolyn Metaxas campaign. So.
And I'm gonna say probably he was there at the little bakery. They're all together at that little bakery.
He was filming
Seaman's there. Mm-hmm. He's there. They're all there.
So I don't understand how Seaman could even be a DA on it.
Right.
Really
on anything.
No.
So now that's got to be now according to what he's saying, when Metaxas was DA, they did have to agree to it. So maybe we don't know. Mm-hmm. It sounds like the victims of the crime of Belters agreed to these terms.
It's like she
fooled
them. Yeah. She did that with a few people I know, and Carolyn Metaxas is not a good person.
I'm hoping that's not happening now though. Because those women, those victims had to have, if it goes that way, it seems like it does, right? The DA must tell the victims, hey, here's what we're going to do. And sounds like they had to sign off on it. I missed the rest of it, this piece of garbage.
I'll let Robin read it.
Yeah. What did let me see that again. Hold on a minute. And yeah. She was 20. She was in her 20s. He says you were in your 20s.
Here, you can write back if you want. Pretend to be me. Go for it. You should say it's you.
Yeah. God. Anyways, the district attorney, it sounds like will have to tell the victims ahead of time. So I wonder if that's why I don't want to. But isn't there somebody that said that they felt confident in what's going to happen tomorrow or something? Or?
Yeah. I was told at the beginning of this all by the DA that this is all going to end up. I'm going to be happy with how this is going to end up. Like promising that this is all going to end up the way it needs to end up and happen. You know, he's going to be punished the way I want him to be punished. Like, so she was, you know, acting like it's going to be a good thing. I don't know. So far, I haven't seen any good things. No. And that's my biggest fear is it's going to end up like the Belter case because those girls had high hopes too, but they were told not to say anything. I'm sure. I mean, the girl, that's when I was looking for the video.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I came upon that video is I was looking for the video for saying that. Like if I would have known that this was going to be the outcome, I would have said something sooner. I would have spoke up sooner. And I stumbled upon that video. But that's why I can't shut my mouth on this.
No.
I know they're not happy with me and the DAs and stuff for opening my mouth, but why should I have to shut my mouth? Why should any of the victims be told not to talk to me or to shut their mouths and don't talk about this? Why?
Why would we be protecting what? Protecting who is the big question. Because so now those victims, survivors, were tricked and fooled. And because this guy's out there doing all the things and they're not doing anything. So that's the fear coming tomorrow in my mind.
Yeah.
This guy, if that happens.
I hope Judge Deborah Givens thinks about this case, the Belter case, while this is happening and thinks to herself, gee, I don't want to end up looking like an idiot and a fool and a, piece of shit like Murphy did for allowing this to happen. So I better do the right thing. I better actually set a good example and make it so nobody else wants to commit these crimes again.
Speaking of Niagara County, and someone brought up his name. Remember Steve Pigeon?
Yeah.
Raping a 9-year-old?
Yeah. And nothing ever happened with that?
I don't know, but I heard
friend of Nick's.
Someone told me that I'm so sick of people. So I guess the 9-year-old lies.
Oh, of course.
The 9-year-old lied.
No.
Because I'm sure that's what the 9-year-old's going to do.
Yeah.
Because for what reason? For political reasons?
And just like John Flynn said, they had like, didn't they have like evidence of it or something? Like the kid, like,
there was
told a family member or a family member asked about it.
There was a whole bunch of stuff about him going to the house, trying to get in. The police had to come.
Yeah, trying to stop them from saying stuff and everything. Yeah, if you have to try to stop somebody from saying something about you, if you have to send cease and desist and stuff and threaten people or try and talk people into not going forward about an accusation against you, you did it.
Right.
Just like with Nick D'Angelo threatening people not to say anything or go forward because they won't be believed. You fucking did it.
You did it. John, you know why he doesn't say anything ever? Because he just don't care. You're talking about the double shooting today. I know on 13th and whatever, Ashland or whatever it is. He don't care.
Yeah.
The mayor could care less. Mayor Brown, you're right. The guy in Buffalo shows up at these places when people get murdered and shit. Here, it's what I said long ago.
Times I tried reaching out to the mayor just on, my situation alone. No, he had Nick D'Angelo taking pictures for him. He doesn't care about anybody.
The embarrassment continues.
Yeah.
And he just continues. And we were there the one time at the aquarium, me and Robin, and I did not know who I was standing. I didn't know at the time. It was really early on in all this. And he was standing right down. He was taking pictures over there.
Yeah. Wonder if the aquarium's still gonna have him wired too.
Yeah, right. Why don't we take a quick break and we'll be back to talk a little bit more before we wrap things up. Let's go to a commercial. We'll be back in a moment.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
me say something real quick. Welcome back. If you are I'm going to go with your 30s. I'm going to say 30 years old or above. You know what? I'm going to say 30s. If you're dating, in quotation marks, an 18-year-old, you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
I don't care I don't give a damn what do they call it? Age of consent is.
Right.
You're a piece of garbage and you're a scumbag.
There's no reason why you need to date somebody at the age of that just hit the age of consent. I mean, just because it's the age of consent, that's still sick. That's a teenager.
You're a sick teenager. Piece of garbage is what you are. Yeah. And that's all.
And I also don't like when people try to, what do you call it? It's grooming.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to, do friendly things like, oh, I was just a friend. I was just trying to be a friend. Like, no, you're grooming.
Right.
Grooming when you're offering younger people to come and sleep at your house and stuff.
People are going to wish they shut their mouths because sooner or later you're going to pay for what you do. Mm-hmm. And there's many ways you can pay for what you do. So you just need to shut up. And when you know you have done that to someone who's that age, you've got a lot of nerve to come forward.
And then to put it on the younger person,
I got no more, because if I say any more, it's just
and not that, and obviously it doesn't matter because everyone just disregards it. But this person has a daughter that's the same age, son that's
they
the
all
same
do,
age.
Don't they? They don't care.
Yeah,
they
don't give a fuck.
But I wish that would happen to theirs.
Yeah,
but I feel bad. I don't want it to happen to them. I'm just saying in theory.
If his daughter was 20, let's say, and some 50-year-old man was trying to take advantage of her, that would be okay with him, and he wouldn't think that was pedophilia.
But what about when they're 18? Not even 20. You haven't even hit that. You haven't even hit that number yet.
Yeah.
You are 18. You're a high school graduate. You just graduate, and that's what you do. You're a piece of garbage.
Right.
And there's people rolling around out there in their 50s and 60s and 70s and did this shit before and now try to talk.
Oh yeah, then now
you're not good
you just
people.
Make yourself
and I realize you're close to death because you're old and you're a scumbag. Jesus, if you're worried about Jesus, I don't think
Jesus doesn't love you.
Yeah, I don't think Jesus likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not gonna help you.
You're done. Anyways, back to the case. I mean, I swear to God. But really, if you're going after 18 years old, if you're going after 18-year-olds, then I'll tell you.
And then, and don't try to tell someone who was assaulted how old they were or when it happened.
Right.
Because it's insignificant to them, but not to the victim.
Right. Because to the person who's running their mouth, they have all these delusions of whatever.
Well, because they've made up the story.
Janelle's husband, Hugh Messer, when he was talking about the underage girl that he did that to and saying, "Oh, but it was consensual."
Right.
It was a consensual thing. Like no, you're sick.
You know what? If anyone wants to know who this is, message me. I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah.
Message me because there's that's somebody who thinks they like to be around children. So you message me, I'll tell you exactly who it is.
And he's a thief too.
Right. Yes, that too.
He's of course he's connected to
people.
Some higher up people around here. I swear it's like almost all the higher up people around here are involved in some sort of work or related to
and they like to be at little leagues and stuff, little leagues, like High Park Little League.
Right.
Those ones. Anyways.
And find people there. That's where they find the people that they groom to try to sexually assault, and then they steal from the parents of the children.
And pedophiles too, like that guy. Just because they're 18, you can go fuck yourself. They also find vulnerable people, and they know they're vulnerable just by either listening, watching, or whatever.
Right.
And then they start their shit. So, all right, what's this, Scott? What's Scott?
Scott, the mayor was busy giving a key to the city.
Oh yeah.
To a little bakery.
Right. Yeah. Think about that.
Where is the little bakery for all this stuff?
Yeah, you'd think they would be helping the victims.
Yeah.
And the
they
survivors.
like to play hero all the time.
Yeah. Where are they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You gotta wonder why. Yeah. They don't want to do nothing about this. That's interesting. And that someday is coming to a head too.
You know what, Brittany? I think you're exactly right. I think that's what is happening. She said it's as almost as if there's a weird
elitist sex trafficking ring
going on in the city and no one cares. Yeah.
In what year was it? 2008, 2007, 6 in there. We had those women. We had a massage parlor here that was that we were trafficking women, bringing them in from overseas, and some very judges, a coroner, police were all, and it was in the Gazette. It was in the Gazette. And
was it the same coroner we have now?
No, different one. And they let it go. It was reported once, and then you know what happened? They found 2 cops from out in like nowhere, like way out in the county, to take like a plea. That's all they did, and they trafficked these women all the way from I believe Asia.
Yes,
brought them in here, right here in the city of Niagara Falls in Niagara County. Yep. So you're probably right. That's a good call on that. It happened. What do you say? She says, "Oh wait, no, that doesn't happen here."
According to the police chief. Oh yeah, when Chief Faso says it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Chief Faso couldn't even say the name of the owner of the page when he was talking about it. He couldn't even say who the owner of that page was. Yeah, he was too afraid to say that.
Then he'd get fired.
Yeah, while he was saying that doesn't happen. Yeah.
So tomorrow will be what we'll do tomorrow is to we'll put stuff out on the page.
Yeah, I will be at the court date tomorrow.
Let us know.
And I will. The first people I'm going to get in contact with as soon as I walk out of that courthouse is John and Robin, and we will let you guys know what happens immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to, before I post anything or say anything, I'm calling John and Robin first. I'm going to let them know.
Yeah, we'll put it out there for you. Let's hope somehow there's I see the problem is when you hear plea deal, I
know. because what's scary is that he has to agree to it. So it's got to be somewhat in his favor too.
Right.
He's got to somewhat like the idea of it.
The worst thing that could happen to him is going to prison.
Yeah.
That's got to be it. I don't give a fuck. He's going to give up being a lawyer or whatever. The list, he'll still
at 2, Tiffany.
2 o'clock. He'll still sexually assault people if he's on a list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what's going to be the difference? Those people are going to go tell and no one's going to listen.
Right.
So he'll still be able to do that.
And I really hope all the people who have been assaulted by him, Scott, I hope you do go tomorrow. All the others who have been assaulted by him, they haven't came forward yet. I really hope a lot of you guys do. I mean, I hope maybe if he gets put away, that gives you guys some sort of comfort where you guys can come forward now and say something so you don't feel afraid anymore. I know there's more out there.
Yeah, it's same place, right?
Same place.
Yes,
So this one's not going to be behind closed.
Stacey.
This is not going to be behind closed doors again. This is going to be in front of everyone because all the victims are going to be there. So all the victims he raped will be there tomorrow.
This is going to be a very, and I feel bad, anxiety-filled day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's terrible. The victims will be filled with anxiety. He won't, because he'll know what's going on. See what I'm trying to see how this goes?
Mm-hmm.
He will be fine.
I didn't even know about this court date until today. I just found out today that this court date is happening tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a big day for me and for a lot of other people.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope the New York State Police then, wasn't there more? There's supposed to be more charge, or was it there should be more charges now? There should be another court case coming. If there isn't, then you got to ask why.
Yeah.
I guess we will ask why then. Because there should be more. There's because more. Obviously, we know yourself, but there's others.
Yeah, I'm glad Bill is going tomorrow.
Yes,
because
that's good.
He's got really good ears. He'll be able to explain shit to me that I can't understand.
Definitely, yeah. And if any of you guys sneak in a phone, text, send me a message too when you get out. What's it say?
Oh,
hide him in the building again.
Stacey, I might not be able to do it tomorrow because of the court thing, and then I got to get right back home after that to the kids. I didn't know that there was going to be a court date tomorrow, or else I would definitely be able to be on it. So I might have to do it next week if that's okay.
We don't know what'll happen there, Kim. I don't think there'll be any testifying.
That's only if, Kim, that's only if there's a trial. If it goes to trial, then people will testify. But if
he takes a plea, is there victim statements? I don't even know if they do that.
Yeah.
Will he have to apologize? Probably. This is going to be a circus.
He takes a plea. They still should, regardless whether he takes a plea
or not. Belcher took a plea.
Freaking apology.
Right? Belcher took a plea.
I think that was a plea. Yeah.
We watched it happen right there. You heard what's going to happen here. The way they made it sound that the victims know and said, okay, we like the deal. Under the false pretenses from DA Watazik at the time.
Yeah.
She pulled the wool over their eyes. Because in my mind, what she can do is say all that, and we'll get them. But then when they don't, she can just blame probation. Like, you know what I mean? It's not on her. It's on probation. So it's disgusting, and I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I really hope that. I'm definitely going to be overwhelmed tomorrow. I know for sure.
Yeah.
I'm already overwhelmed, and it didn't even happen yet. So.
Because you didn't have a chance to even know it was happening.
I didn't have a chance to prepare. I just found out today. So I just find out tomorrow's a big day, and I had to make sure I'm able to go. And, I'm not going to be able to have a lot of people there with me that I usually do have there with me. So it's going to be scary, but I'm not going to miss it because I need to know what's going on. I won't be okay until I can sit there and listen and hear what's going on.
Yeah, because that'll probably be a little bit of a relief for you once it finally gets said. Here it is, and then we'll react.
Well, I know that Bill's going and stuff, so I feel better now.
But think about that. After that, we can react.
Yeah.
Then it's time to start looking at who these people are that did what they did.
Tomorrow's definitely going. Like I said, it's got to be a big deal for all the victims to be there.
Yeah, they were never there, right?
Yeah, they don't show up to the other court dates, so for them to be there and the victim's advocate, and it's something's going to go down tomorrow. I can feel it. It's going to be something. So.
Thank you for sending us stars, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. Tomorrow, though, for sure, we're going to have, as soon as we'll know, and we'll put it out on our page, telling everybody what happened. I don't know what this is. It says something about God. Going to intervene, but get serious about this issue. Who, what? Yeah, I don't know who's going to get serious.
I was positive I could be there. Lockport. Yes, Lockport Courthouse 2 o'clock.
Hope he gets hauled off to jail tomorrow. Yes, that's the hope.
So.
That's the hope. Yes, a deal has been made. It certainly has. If that's what we're doing here, there has been a deal made.
We've been told already by people that the deal has been made.
Now there's we've got ourselves a real well, how could we have any faith in what's going, or anything? You got to go. I go into it, and I'm sure you're going to, with the worst case scenario.
Oh yeah.
Worst case scenario is this: no jail time.
Right.
That's it. Or no prison time.
Right.
If they put him in county jail for 3 months, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if there is, all the victims should say no. I wish they would have said no to the plea. I really
But
would.
I'm sure the DA, if the plea and the victims agreed to it, I'm sure they were talked up a good game. I'm sure they talked
just like Caroline.
Yeah, like what Caroline tested. I'm sure they made it seem like it was the best thing possible, that it's going to be a great idea, and this is
Because think about it, they're different. A lot of people aren't like you, so this is a way for it to end in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do anything, I would assume, to make it end, and that's what Tazik did to the victims of Belter, and now the victims of Belter, which the one said, I wish I would have spoke out, knows that he got away free.
I already know a lot of these victims want it over with. They want it done and over with. So whatever deal they're making, I'm sure it sounds great to them. That good. A huge part of it is testifying. That's scary. Having to go on, stage and testify against a rapist. That's a big deal. So if they find out that they don't have to testify, that's another thing for them too. They'd probably think, oh, good, I just got out of having to do that.
Right? Definitely.
So yeah,
it's gonna be. It's if there's no prison time, that's the.
There
I guess
needs to be prison time, because I will cause a public uproar if there's no prison time.
It'll be Belter all over again.
Yeah,
pretty much.
They will not shut me. I mean, I'm gonna end up in jail myself if something happens.
Right, you'll be behind.
My mouth is gonna be the loudest thing you'll ever hear.
Yeah, they can't allow this to happen, and I would hope. See, because here's the thing: being on that list doesn't mean he will not sexually. That doesn't mean anything. He's not wearing like a thing on his, like an ankle bracelet where they know where he is. It means nothing.
Right.
He can easily take care of what he's got to with probation and still be doing the things he's going to do.
Right.
So you're going to tell me he's not going to be on a computer? That's all
he
he does.
Take his social media away, because and anybody who gets a message from the Niagara Action saying that he doesn't run it anymore, that's bullshit. Yes, he does. Until they can tell you who it is that took it over, he still runs it. He's still doing all the same things. Tiffany, you're right. As she said, it's funny D'Angelo is ready to take a plea, yet used to brag he was looking forward to a trial. How would it go?
Yeah, I remember that.
When he said, I look forward to taking this to a jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look forward to it. I'm sure you know.
15 years would be a good, that would be a good plea deal.
Yeah.
So you could agree with that. Okay, 15, go ahead.
I would agree with 15.
Yeah. I would agree now. I said this before the show. 2.5 to 5 even. He needs to go to prison. If he doesn't go to state prison, he learns nothing at all. I mean, he's never going to stop doing it, but at least in there, he could get the shit scared out of him. You know what I mean?
As long as he goes somewhere where he gets shit beat out of him, I'm fine.
Right. Because he will not be anyone. No one in there will care who he is.
Right.
Like, you'll just get stripped of everything. They don't care.
They love it if he gets to be locked up with somebody else.
Oh, well, yeah, especially if they are interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's too much.
He loves guys.
He loves guys. How many guys he hurt too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I want. There's people out there that are very, 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 very influential, like a mayor. And I'm not going to say what city from, that actually knows what this guy has done to guys. He knows.
Yep.
And said nothing.
Right.
Said nothing.
He has said nothing. Because with my own ears, I heard it. So if I ever were to say anything, I know what happened because I heard it.
Yeah.
Right.
He said it to me. So
I believe he even said that he sent news to him.
This is sick. He knows the fact that he goes on those like gay websites and brings guys to his boat.
Yep.
The younger one.
Yeah, and he even changes his age on the app to make it look like he's younger, so he can get the guys younger. He even brings them to his office. I'm sure Patrick Balkan's office has been full of young guys
and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's somebody who. Now think about that. If you're the mayor of a city in this stupid, disgusting county that we live in, they'd have a big voice if they were going to say, "Oh, I know something. I know something that's happened."
Right.
Nope. Not a word. Not a goddamn word. He has to go to prison, or this is a waste of time. If a deal has been made, I'd be shocked if he gets anything worse than probation. Well, then.
According to these people, the plea deal, from what I heard, what I was told, would involve him having to lose his law license.
Big deal.
He would have to, which isn't a big deal. He would have to register as a sex offender, and he would have to do jail time. That's what I heard the plea deal is. I don't know how much jail time.
That's going to be the question.
Yeah.
That will be the key to this if it's any sort of a win for the victim.
And let's just say if he does get probation, I better see everybody pissed off. Right. Everybody who's saying that stuff, like you guys better be pissed
get
off.
Online and
get
start
on there
talking.
and start saying shit. Yeah. Because a predator was just allowed to walk through.
Right. Yep, in front of you.
Probation is nothing.
Yep. And Belter lives out in Lockport. And what's he doing? He's just running around. Oh, yes, the public can attend tomorrow. If you want to be there, I guess it's at 2 o'clock in Lockport at the county courthouse. Try to get there a little bit early, though, of course.
Yeah.
So you can get a spot and whatever's going to happen. He'll get out. You know what? If he can get out in if you give him 7.5 years, I'd take it.
I'll take that too.
But they're going to throw away those other charges. I'm convinced that the fraud charges are going to be gone.
I know the charges that he cannot escape. The one that's really right now the most is the child. Yeah.
But isn't that fucking think about that?
He cannot escape that.
How can he? You know what I'm going to say? Well, how can he escape any of them?
I know he shouldn't be able to escape any.
I mean, he's raping someone in a car on the side of Route 31 or wherever the hell he was, and then isn't so? Doesn't he have to throw her out?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't drive her home.
I think he said to her
something about getting coffee.
Yeah, things for the coffee or something like that. Oh,
at least you got
a coffee on it.
And that's what you're gonna do. And you're gonna tell me.
No, they are not going to hide in the back again. No, from what I know, they can't.
Yeah, I can't imagine they could do that.
I can't imagine they're allowed to do that this time.
If that's happening, then nothing's happening in court. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna have to.
I don't think all the victims would be going there for that.
The DA knows what's happening. They know what the outcome is.
Yeah.
And I think the victim, they must know. They have to know. They cannot not know because, you know what? I will be getting all the information from Noelle. I can't be there tomorrow because Robin has some stuff to do. But as soon as it happens, I'll be willing to bet I'll know within the half hour.
Yeah. John and Robin are going to be the first people I contact. This is Liv Benson. She's the one who has helped me find this new lawyer.
Uh-huh.
She found me on TikTok. She's been a huge help, huge help. She said if I had known about this a few days ago, I would have flown up there to support you. While I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Thank you. You've already supported me big time. Like you've already been more of a support than a lot of people I've known my whole life. So thank you.
Yeah.
I will keep you updated too on what happened tomorrow. I just found this out myself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this was a shocker because we've been hearing this all week.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Starting last week, there's been
talks about a plea deal.
Like you had two separate people, I had two separate people, and then one person we both talked to.
Yeah.
That's like 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That and they've all had mixed what it's about. Every one of them kind of said, oh, it's sex charges. No, it's the, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously it is what it is because the victims are coming. So
yeah, if it was for the new charges, I don't think the victims would be there.
No, because it wouldn't mean there'd be no reason.
There'd be no reason.
My feeling is I'm no longer. How can anybody out there believe that anything good will? Like I hate to say it, but anything's going to come out of this that should. Right.
I'm not getting my hopes too high.
No, me neither.
I'm not because
don't because last time we did.
Last time we did, and I shouldn't have. So I'm not going to get my hopes too high because it's Nick D'Angelo and he gets away with this type of shit all the time.
Just like Belter. Look at Belter got away with it. That's all every time, man. That's been our little looking glass into what might happen here. And everyone shuts their mouth, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was the thing to look at. And that was it's almost like we saw the playbook.
Yeah.
It unfolded right in front of us. And here it is again. Why won't it be the same playbook? I don't know. Maybe the Erie County judge is different, but I feel like not because she's always talked to him like he's baby talk or whatever.
So sweet that was ridiculous.
So we're kind of it sucks because we know they're not sending him to prison. I bet
they better.
I know they better.
For their sake, they better. That's all I'm
saying.
Can
you imagine you do that with minors? You forcibly now like all of it's violent. I don't care what it is.
He's
right?
had all felonies against him. They're all felonies.
Yeah. And that one piece of garbage got rid of the one. Remember the unlawful imprisonment?
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
How is Now that was against the one that he pulled over inside the car. How was that not unlawful in prison? And like she said, she believes if she wasn't there that day that he would have dropped that charge. That he would have dropped more charges on hers.
Yeah.
And how about how he got to act up in the courtroom?
Right.
How he got to yell at the victim's mother in her seat, talk shit, had to be removed from the courtroom and then brought back in and still started an argument. Like he's allowed to act up in the courtroom.
That's unbelievable. And the whole thing. Tomorrow they'll have to be a divine intervention.
Yeah.
You'd almost have to, because I don't understand. I don't know how this works without him with this going the right way.
Just the fact that he was allowed to act up in the courtroom and talk shit to a victim's mother.
And they did nothing.
They did nothing. They removed him and brought him right back in.
The criminal justice system is crap, and it's never been good, and it's always been a setup. Because once you start to get into it, you realize.
How about the last time they hit him in a whole other room? Like he didn't even have to sit out
with everyone.
He didn't even have to sit where the defendant's supposed to be sitting. He got to go sit in some special room. He was probably
Tim, it's beyond corruption, Tim. This is a system. This is a system that was set up from the day it was set up. It's not just Niagara County. It's Erie County too.
Yeah, Erie
County. It would be every county. This is how it's set up. Victims have it's set up purposely this way. Because you know why it's set up for these perfect examples. Like sometimes it looks like it works because when you get the guy off the street that is committing these crimes, it's an easy one. But it's set up good like this because when a lawyer does it, a cop does it, whoever does it, they're set up. It's all set up so they can rally around each other, and the victims really have nothing to say, and they're going to go away. You know what they're going to hope? They're going to hope that, like you said, they will just go away. You know, because they'll just be happy it's done.
They're going to just,
I don't know.
Barbara said, will any media be present? I hope so.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? They suck too.
Yeah, the media's garbage.
Following up. I'm going to have to message that guy from the Buffalo News.
Yeah.
And tell him, get his ass there, and hopefully the Niagara Gazette shows up. Have you talked to, is he going to go?
I'll ask tonight.
Okay.
If he's going or not, or the other guy would be the one going, but he should know if he's going or not. The media, those useless. Don't even worry. I mean, honestly, who cares what they do? Because you just got to be your own media. Everyone on here, you do what you get on your personal page, throw it out there, you know, and get on places and do all that and share. Like you've been yelling, we've been all saying share everything. Because tomorrow might be it. Tomorrow might be where he just walks away, you know, and he walks away if he goes to county jail.
Yeah.
Pretty much he walks away because that's just a little break.
I will probably
end up in county jail.
If I hear, I'll be the one ending up in jail tomorrow. If I hear anything that you guys might not even get a phone call from me. Like,
maybe from jail.
So that's probably you'll get a phone call from me. I'll probably have to ask you guys for some help because if I hear something I don't like, I'm probably gonna scream.
I really wish we could hear something ahead of time. It's really unfair that you haven't.
I know.
You know, because through this kind of sucks because through all you've gone through.
Oh yeah, Scott, you're right.
You saying?
Maybe the new owner of the Action will be there and report on it.
Yeah.
If it's not Nick D'Angelo that owns and runs it, maybe they'll start reporting on Nick D'Angelo.
Right, because
I doubt they will.
The biggest, well, I guess Belter would be in there too. One of the biggest serial rapists of our time never got mentioned on that page.
Now, why couldn't the Niagara Action post that publicly? Why are they privately messaging people?
Right.
Why couldn't the Niagara Action post it publicly on the Niagara Action that Nick D'Angelo doesn't own and run it anymore?
Right.
And then say who it is that owns it.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
It's still Nick D'Angelo.
Oh, it is, no doubt. And he'll be running it from jail.
Yeah.
Because especially if he goes to county jail.
If it's not Nick, it's one of Nick's buddies, one of his close buddies, like Patrick Falcon.
Holding it for him.
Yeah, just doing it.
I mean, I'm going to
remember Nick doesn't own it anyways. Patrick Falcon doesn't own it.
That's right.
Remember he was trying to cover for
on the rate, and
so
then he blew him in.
And he just admitted it in this thing that Nick D'Angelo.
He said, "Oh, he runs the internet." Yeah. Well, that's all it is, idiot. What else is it? It's not a business, you dumbass.
Patrick Falcon needs to go to the nursing home at 23.
All right, now tomorrow night, also, I think we're going to be doing a Robin live tomorrow night.
Yay.
So once I get all the information, as soon as I get it from Noelle, it's going to be on here, and I'll be making commentary. We'll probably all that stuff, but we're probably going to go on at 6 so everyone can talk about it.
Yeah.
With Robin live and everybody else, and if Noelle, you obviously you're always happy to join us. I know it's tough at that time, but everyone will be able to react to what happened tomorrow night. And we're definitely going to go.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow we have to. We have to go tomorrow and just because this might be the begin. This is unbelievable, I guess, to me that it's actually coming to a head.
I know.
I just can't even believe it.
It's hard to actually even.
It's hard to. It shouldn't. What's making me mad is it shouldn't end this way.
No.
Right.
This is not the ending. This is the wrong ending.
Yeah.
This isn't right. It's taking away from the people that deserve the proper ending.
Yeah.
I hate this.
I do too, but I kind of expected it.
I did
in a way,
too.
like-
Yeah. I guess when I'm thinking back, like where things are supposed to be, this shouldn't be. Like if this was, like I said, if this was someone else, that would be easier.
Mhm.
But when it's their own, man, they just they protect them like
Yeah.
I've never seen.
Yeah.
And this system is a mess and disgusting. And people, guess what else too? Before we go, and this is, I always say it about the two political parties. You know, they suck and they're corrupt. This is the reason why he walks away.
Mhm.
Politics is why, because he helped in politics. So politics has caused this. Politics elects the judge. Politics elects the DAs. Politics allows him to get rid of a charge.
Yep.
Oh,
And I want everyone who argued with us about, by the way, just remember there were people who argued with us about him
Mhm.
running Janelle Foster's campaign. Well, guess
Right.
what? That all came out to be true. He was running her campaign. So
stop voting for these people, please.
some of you actually voted for her. That's
Yeah. Stop voting for these people. Stop, because everything that happens goes from them. Those politicians are the ones that make this shit happen. They're the
Yeah,
ones.
you're right. Will the new owner unblock everyone
Yeah,
that
that's
posted
right.
about him now so we can post
About him.
Angela? Yeah, you're right.
Good question. Excellent.
We're gonna have to
question.
have somebody message the Niagara
Yes.
Action and say that.
Yeah, since you are no longer, maybe we will. Citizens United will.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know if the page is blocked. I'll do that tonight and
Yeah.
ask. Since it's a new owner, we would like to find out who it is and
Yeah.
then, and announce that. Because look what it says on the bottom. We're still asking you to not
Yeah.
to unfollow, and
Until
will
we find
continue.
out who it is. Until the
Scott's
owner's
gonna
ready.
message him too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Until the owner is gonna come forward and say their name, like, because only Nick D'Angelo is the only person who's hid his name from being the owner of a page.
Right.
All other
Why
pages-
would you?
Yeah,
Right.
no. Nick D'Angelo hides his name. So if you're not ashamed of people knowing who you are, and you're not related to D'Angelo in any way, you'll say your name. You'll say who you are that owns that
Absolutely.
page.
Yeah. And you might have to explain why you would buy it from a rapist.
Yeah. Well, you have to explain why you're still buying
Yeah.
followers and you're still
Yeah, we might want to know
posting
about
the
that.
same post. By the way, he posted the Paul's lit up for Earth Day.
Yeah. You know what else he posts that's really sick? Is always missing girls.
Yeah, that's
Missing
sickening.
children. It's
They're probably
very.
all in the basement.
How about that? Is this? Let me ask you this question. Then we gotta go. Is this truth or is this just a rumor? Did he ever have a kid with him that was that was missing?
I was told that a while ago, like when this 1st
Mhm.
started. I was told by a reliable source
Okay.
that there was a kid that was missing, and they ended up finding that underage person with him.
Now,
That's where they ended up finding
now how does that happen?
Yeah, but nothing ended up happening.
Why in the world would that ever happen?
And I'm telling you, like I remember a few people
Oh.
confirming this story.
My God. All right, we should probably go. It's getting late. All right, so tomorrow will be a big day because you hear what's happening. We will all have to think about the victims and the survivors tomorrow, the well being one of them. If you pray, whatever you do it, and hope for these guys to not have to have so much anxiety. Maybe something works out right. But I know we'll know as soon as we know, you guys will know. And we're going to do a show tomorrow at 6.
I'm gonna make sure I let everybody know. I'm gonna make sure John and Robin know immediately.
And then, and then of course, watch our page, watch Noelle's page. We're going to do a show tomorrow so you guys can react with us. And that's it. We should probably go
Yeah.
because you're going to have to rest too. I mean, but we're just going to
My
go.
anxiety's already.
Yeah, I know. Let's get out of here. Guys, thanks for showing up and watching us. I'm not even going to do the numbers. We'll do it next time.
Share this, guys.
Yeah, share it. Please tomorrow. When you find out what happened and if you're outraged by it, express it.
Yeah.
Say it.
You're allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, say you're pissed off. Robin, you got anything else before we take off?
No, I just thoughts are with the survivors tomorrow. I feel terrible that I can't be there. I wish I would have known.
Yeah, no one knew.
I
It's
know,
almost
but-
like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
know they probably were doing that on purpose so nobody would show up.
Wow, what a side swipe
What a
this
slap
was.
in the face.
I would love to see him get caught.
Oh god, I wish I could have my phone.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I could have my phone, I just can't have it.
Yeah, the mayor was there.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
All right, why don't we get out of here so you can go rest and all that stuff. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for
Thank you,
everything.
guys.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Monday, but you'll see us tomorrow night because we got to react to what happens in the courtroom. Join us then. Take care.
Bye.